Hello all, welcome back. Just thought I'd pop on quickly and give you a little toolbox tip that I've figured out recently. Someone else has probably thought of this, but you know, thought it might inspire or help at least one person. So, I came across a company a little while ago called Shadow Foam. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. I saw it on Colin Furr's YouTube channel, and basically what it is just foam that it's sort of in layers, and you cut it with a Stanley or whatever, and then you can put your tools into it. It's for toolboxes really, or flight cases and stuff like that, you know. So it's like an exact fit for that particular thing, and it can't move around anywhere. I remember seeing that and I thought, wow, like that is sick, I want some. Went on their website and it was extremely expensive. So that idea just went down the toilet, basically. But recently, when I did this, I had the idea because I was looking at packaging that, I think it was the Fogstar batteries, what they came in. I was like, hang on a minute, it looks the same, because it's basically, you're not going to be able to see it that well from there, but this is in layers. This has got, I can wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of like open cell foam, so it's really soft, and it's sort of just under 1 centimetre layers glued together. I got a bit, started picking at it and realised that you could unpeel or unstick, whatever, peel the layers apart quite easily. That's one going just there, and that sort of inspired me then to do this, because it works exactly the same as that Shadow Foam stuff. I don't know if you can even see what I'm pointing at there. The Wearer drawer with all the screwdrivers and stuff. I've just been doing another one for a little bit today. It don't take very long. This took me about 15 minutes. But this drawer, I've had this toolbox since I was 17. And that's when the tool collection sort of began. So I've had it for a long time. Wow, really long time, like 14 years now. Oh dear. Anyway, for example, this drawer has always been the same, and what I've always done is used this stuff in them, which is like grippy, non-slip mat, you know, whatever it's called. Lay that in the drawers. That's what a lot of them still are. And that sort of keeps things in place to a point. But like this drawer here, for example, this is the socket or the ratchet handles drawer, and this drawer has always been the same. It's always been laid out the same with the non-stick or non-slip mat. The trouble is, every time the drawer shuts, even if I do it gently, everything goes back just a little bit every time. And then I come to the drawer one day and it's a complete tip, and that annoys me. I don't like that. So I just had the idea to do this, and I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. Problem solved. So all of the ratchets have their slot with a bit poking out the top, so I can just grab it and then stick it back in, and that they're not going to go anywhere. Forget the ones at the top, they're spares. But yeah, I mean, this stuff, you know, I guarantee pretty much every single person watching this now has thrown some of this away at some point, without even thinking about it. It's not polystyrene. Polystyrene probably wouldn't work very well, and it's a mess anyway. But this stuff, you just draw around the thing with a pen. Say I want to draw around this knife, lay it on like that, or you do your whole layout, make sure everything's going to fit, lay it on, draw around it with pen, and then a little craft knife like this is perfect for just put it in and trace around, and all you do is shove your finger in it and pick out however many layers you want of the thing around the tool. I think that was that big socket there. So that's 2 layers out, and then it just fits in there perfectly, and that's it. I've got loads of this stuff, so I think I'm going to do a few more drawers maybe. Although it is quite organised in there, but yeah, this drawer has always bothered me, and now it's perfect, and I wish I'd done this right from the start. I used to hate when toolboxes came with, you know, if you buy like a toolbox kit and it comes with a pre-arranged layout with the tools in it, sort of thing. I used to hate that, but now as I'm getting older, it's like, kind of makes sense, you know. Once you've established what goes in that drawer, because some of those layouts of the ones that you buy are pretty crap, but once you've decided where things go, you can then lock them in permanently, and then it's fine. And I tell you what, speaking of like vans for example, because that little red toolbox there I used to have in the back of my big van, and you know, everything just went everywhere in that when you're driving around and going over bumps and stuff, so putting some of this in would have been an ideal solution. So yeah, there you go. Don't throw this stuff away when you order something, because it's pretty damn useful. And you can also use it as a seat, which we do a lot outside. When we're having fires in the winter, we have a big piece of it like this to put under our bums, and it works very well. Prevents the piles. That's about it really. We got kind of blindsided by the weather this morning, because it was forecast +2 and we woke up to -20. So yeah, we were unprepared, didn't get wood in last night. We thought, be alright. Woke up freezing. So lesson of the day, don't believe the weatherman. Just thought I'd show you this. I put the picture on. My little cup, first attempt. Bit rough around the edges, but I finally got one. I had a little look online of how you treat them. Very strange method, but that's the way they do it. You make a brew with coffee grounds, proper coffee. Put the grounds in here and sort of smear it all in, and that's supposed to seal it. I did the outside with linseed oil, but yeah, I'll probably maybe I'll give it another go with the coffee grounds, but definitely made it smell nice. I'm quite happy with that. I'm starting to enjoy the wood carving a little bit. Got my little spoon that I made the other day. I also made a new handle for a chisel, just out of all of this is birch. This is what most of the firewood is, so I just got a piece of firewood. I think that is the other half of the block that this came out of. So yeah, just a bit of birch, got loads of it and cracked on. But yeah, I thought the handles, so some of these chisels, there's another one, some of them have got broken handles, and I could probably have glued this back together and fixed it up, but I thought, for some of them at least, a lot of them are still in good condition, they just need a clean up on the handles, but for the ones that are wrecked, I thought I could put my stamp on them, if you like, and make a fresh handle. So that's what I did. I think it turned out pretty good. Gave it a sharpen up. This thing is like a razor blade now, so I need to be careful with it. But yeah, the journey of wood carving. I mean, I've fiddled with it probably my whole flipping life, to be honest, but actually trying to produce things that are usable. I had a couple of spatulas in the van that I made, and I used them for the whole time I was in the van, pretty much. So I have done stuff in the past, but I've wanted one of these for ages. I think I'm going to make another one because it's a little bit small. This is not going to get much coffee in there, a few swigs, so I might try and make a bigger one. But I would also like, it was suggested to me a little while ago, and I'm strongly considering getting a wood lathe at some point, because I would like to make some stuff, some other things like bowls, and you know, I mean a lathe you can do like turning, what have we got, stuff like this. You do like spindle turning and, you know, like fancy poles and stuff. I could make new parts for fixing up sparks with it. But with a wood lathe you can also, if you get a different type of chuck, you can chuck a bit of wood in and then you make a bowl or a plate or cups or whatever. So I think that would be really fun. I'm kind of into that idea. And they're not very expensive either. I need to have a look, try and find one for a reasonable price, but they don't seem too bad. It's not like a metal lathe. I'd love one of them, but you're talking thousands for a decent one. You can get them little tabletop Chinese things, but wood is one thing, metal is a whole different kettle of fish. It's got to be precise to be able to, you know, deal with metal. Wood's a little bit more sloppy, I think. So yeah, at some point I think I'm going to dabble in that. It's definitely going to be an outdoor piece of equipment though, because they make a right mess. But yeah, that's about it. I'm just going to fiddle around putting things in my drawers for a few hours basically. That's what my day's going to look like, because it's still like minus 17. So not going to be doing much outdoors activities today.